Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Today na another day for Amber Perspective. I want to apologize. Last week I no be fit day on the show. We get some issues the way I don't feel come on. So, but I want to thank all our viewers who they watch the repeat of the last show. And obviously, I no go fit for continue the show without greeting the people on Ground Zero for the wonderful work way they do. Our struggle or the revolution, as I feel put in my opinion, with the wax on very very strong. The reason why I talk to the wax on very strong, now because when you listen to the other side of the aisle, La République du Cameroon, they talk for their citizens, they don't change. They really still, look at me like some 2 cubes of sugar where go melt, or some cockroach where they go just put their food this much I go die. They already gain a lot of respect for Ambazonia, a lot. I mean, when I go on their Facebook pages, on their social media influence, their Facebook page where they post about the revolution where they happen for Ambazonia and the war where they go on, and I see the comments the way they write them for the when you look back 2-3 years ago, wait till they talk and wait till they talk now, it don't change. It don't shift from these Anglophiles who will kill them all. Maybe I just send some helicopter, me just bomb the place, make these Anglophiles they come on leave our land. Because for some of these people, their mind will come from somewhere, from Nigeria, can settle for their land. The ignorance will be there with these people will be too much. And it be very important for mention, say, over time, they don't be educated for understand. And even though some of them still be in denial, but the education way they don't get are really, really they're strong, especially because the comments now you hear on their side, it shows that they don't come out from that point of ignorance to some sort of knowledge about the situation, though their knowledge still be skewed because they feel say will be still one an indivisible country where Bia just need for country don't go discuss with we come back together can live as one. For their mind, for the Republic citizens in their mind, and most of the thinking that they thought that. I think now only one the way they be fair enough for look at the revolution. No say we on the right side of history for even the think say probably they fit come for get some kind of confederation or federation with we. Now just when you see a lot of publicities we don't come to that realization say maybe for some reason they feel beg we more agree for come down to the level of federation or confederation. Now the one way it look at this thing from a perspective of justice, then it is say if not only left for justice itself, Ambazonia there will be now a free and independent country. But because of their own selfish reason, it will fit conclude say okay, then for same maybe people they go and go find same maybe they inside some kind of federation or some people call them confederation. But the truth about this, I say, excuse me, the reason why some of the scholars on the other side for this continent, for the other side of La République, the reason why they come to that kind of conclusion is because they don't see the reality. Say these people, these Ambazonians, they don't assert themselves as a people and they don't really live mentally, and now they just fight for commode physically. And it still surprised me, say some people they call themselves Ambazonians, they still advocate for federation or confederation. It really be a pity for see me some person they call am a political prostitute. If I fit put am that way, it dilly dally. Today be federalist, tomorrow be independentist, tomorrow be unionist. You be confused. You be confused if you find yourself in that kind of position. Just find place you don quiet, no even talk. You make yourself, you make a very big fool of yourself for come in public, can't declare yourself as someone advocating for independence of Ambazonia today, and day one break you start talk how you be a federalist, and then the next day you come back say you be an independentist, and then the next day you can say you be federalist or confederationalist or whatever you call them. I mean, it just show how confused some of these individuals in there, and the only advice I give them I say, shut up and stay quiet. Because you don't know way to talk. I mean, if you the people they don't stand, they say the federalism from the beginning and they be consistent, they better pass you way you jump from one place to the other. So my advice to any person way if you jump around, na say maybe just shut up and wait and see what will happen, because we there for a point now we no fit even think about anything confederation or federation. But before I continue, I make our technical director prepare me some very nice video way it don't sweet my heart. The way our boys the take the La Republic citizen them for ground zero, they someone describe and say they like they play a video game. If that video they are available, I would like make the technical director play and make we see am before I really comment on that. All right. Over the past few months, we don't get actions like this where our boys they use locally manufactured IEDs. They take off armored cars and use their hillocks the way they work and purchase and can fight for Ambazonia. I want to watch all these videos, but this one, the accuracy and the way the hillocks some assault, I don't watch the read the comments online, and it really interests me. So one say they like Ambazonia they play video games with La Republic soldiers. Some person make comment say they like the Royal Air Force they don't send a missile, it strike that hillocks. I mean, how La Republic they still send hillocks for inside Ambazonia with all these sophisticated weapons we our boys don't get them. It really be stupid on the side and maybe strategically crazy. Say they would still send hillocks not just normal motorway. Any small bomb features destroy and kill people inside. And then the funny part now say these soldiers they still take the risk. This La Republic soldier they still take the risk for come inside Ambazonia in a hillocks. So when they come in armored cars where they see destroy them, they carry hillocks enter. If La Republic citizens they watch this show, and while they watch them and the people that they call themselves federalists when they watch, of course when be federalists means they talk here in La Republic, we now begin to educate these boys from La Republic say it's high time they give up this fight. You know, we fight a guerrilla warfare. It's difficult. It's almost impossible to win a guerrilla warfare because the first thing where they give understand, I say they know they're not inside their own territory. They inside a different country, inside a different people territory, and some of them they just the truth now say they join army now for salary. They join army now for salary. I don't even know any African country where now very few soldiers of African country they join army because they get passion for defend their country. I like Americans, you know. An American they finish university instead of find work, he go join army. He go join army. When he come back, any place where they were in the service say I've been in service. You know, I was a Marine, I was in the Air Force, and then when he talks so yeah, their citizens there, we thank you for your service. They be proud, they be patriotic, you know. But all these young boys the way Paul he just carry them go train for 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, 18-year-old boys, 17, 20-year-old boys, where they still come up for suck bobby for their mommy, carry and send them for Ambazonia, I mean they can't fight boys the way they don't suffer. Boys the way they don't dig cocoa, they don't suffer for farm, carry firewood from Munankwe, carry and go for market, go sell. Work out all that distance. They feel they can't fight these boys how inside their territory for farm where they know them, for catching where they know, farm the bush where they know. It be very stupid for these boys if you can't think say they fit come inside Ambazonia can't win them. So if you watch this show will be a francophone, you come up for La Republic, try for begin if your brother or your sister or your cousin or auntie or uncle there for this force, start to educate them. Say this thing they call and I say guerrilla warfare. No be conventional war. Conventional war means say a home a gun, you hold your own, we meet up for field, begin shoot. Man will get the best tactics and fire, he kill other, capture them. This one a gorilla, it means say you come up for your own side for your country, come for another man in country, then he enter for a backside, go for a bush where you know, for can't win it day. He just strike you, run, strike you. You cannot win this war. So if you watch this show where you come on La Republic, try to educate your boys. Now high time for 10 the weapon. They gun then they fight Paul because now Paul the same when die. Look this thing fine. As I compare America to this, you see wealthy people they are picking them, senators they are picking them, ministers they are picking them, they come out, go army, go fight, go war, come back, can't find work. For La Republic, if you show me one person where parents be well to do, one person where maybe the parents they earn just 500,000, 300,000 a month, one where pikin take himself go enter soldier, say one can fight. That one for Cameroon, that one a witchcraft. It means they don't spoil that pikin. Where Pafi afford for you, you go enter soldier. They don't come now for patriotism, they come now for get salary. So because you can't get salary, you will lose your life for salary. That is something you need to think about. So now education that for the and I want for send a shout out to all Ambazonian forces on the ground. Say una continue to do that great work, una continue to plan those IEDs. The good thing that say una only take na only La Republic soldier them. It fine because una get una detonator, una detonate the thing when una dey on target. Una continue una plant as many as possible. Anywhere una fit plant them, as long as La Republic soldiers they pass today, whenever they pass, una blow them off. Now the only way that way we will chase them. I still talk. I want to see the day way we go capture like 1,000 of them, walk them through the streets of Bamenda or the streets of Boya, go leave them in or go lock them some place like prisoners of war, and then exchange them with our brothers and sisters the way like Republic do not lock them for their dungeons. You know. And moving forward, I want to talk about my friend, my brother, and our comrade General No Pity. We all hail General No Pity for all this good work we did do am. And I want to talk say I'll take my heart off for you because he gets heart like that of a lion. That boy or that man, that soldier, now person way all we get for Haley. And if we get those guys them inside Ambazonia, then 10 or 13 for each county inside Ambazonia, I feel say that Republic will run, they go pick ball run. You know, I want to talk say because of the impact wey No Pity get them for this war and the way you don't teach show pepper for la Republic citizen them, it don't make a now Cameroon with their old stupid tactic. You know, Cameroon is the only country for the war where if you commit, they will arrest you for another person crime. You know, you born pikin when a thief man, he go thief, they will come pick papa, go lock him, me pikin come before they move papa. How the papa concern the pikin will go thief? That pikin na individual for himself. If you go commit crime wey no concern me, just because I relate with you, they will come pick me up, go lock am. You know, Cameroon and this, you know, true so Cameroon are the worst country, La Republic are the worst country in the world, where if you do something wey no find that government, instead for they go find you, for you take the courage to find you, they go use the easier route for go take your family or friends the way you love am, go lock and so that you show yourself, but they want a war. And soldier wey know say na war, na trap wey dey set am for you. And I just wan talk for General No Pity say this one no be war for talk, this one na war for action. Any man wey dey talk for General No Pity, or if General No Pity dey watch this show, if La Republic do anything for a family member, me no talk, make e just sit down quiet. We go fight the fight for you, and he go dey fight the own fight for the other side. Because the tax wey La Republic use, another one say when you commit crime, they can't arrest your papa, you take your papa lock and then you come, then they catch you lock and then no ever fall for that kind of trap, General No Pity. The thing wey happen now na say when anything like this happen, just continue with your action, then they go find an action wey go worry pass the one we don do am before. For tell them say that one wey they do am so small. Then we for this we go dey fight legally and otherwise for make sure say they treat their people dem fine and they make sure say they comot for the place wey they dey. Because the moment La Republic fit change, the moment wey you just show it, start the exchange with them, the talk, all those talk wey you talk the other day, you know, if they put you on a position of weakness, then La Republic feel say they don't touch you for play wey it hurts. No, na war. As I dey for so something happen for any of my person, I know say na war. We need to move on. Anything will happen now, we need to move on the goal, the fight, because we get a goal. We get a goal, we fight them. We want to liberate our country. And there are collateral damages. All we will do for the war, why the fight for ground zero, where the way hold on, and the one waiting for Facebook the talk, and the one waiting for TV the talk, and the one waiting go for international community go talk. All we get our own role they play. And we and our family members and everybody who dey for this revolution will be safe. If you come for this thing and say you want to come over this safe, then you dey for the wrong revolution. You give a day for here for that, because we dey for here, the big carry on the borderland like how Nigeria do. I mean, the world is a game of interest. Whether you dey America, Europe, Australia, East Asia, if La Republic gets some kind of interest with that country, they fit bundle you of La Republic any day, anytime. You know, but I mean, you know, don't mind it is a some country get democracy, so one don't get. No, there's a lot of geopolitics, and there's a lot of interest where they play in this game. Where a country like America, if you even use their style, they catch you where they turn their face for the other side. They catch you go that way, like they still plan them. You know, so make we no feel say if you some country where you get the highest level of democracy, it means say you be safe. You no be safe. So if you dey for do war, if you say you want just pass them through, then go boya, make something not happen for you. You dey for the wrong revolution. Any man will dey for this revolution will die like any soldier will hold on for ground zero. So as we talk, one for all for one, We dey for your back, General No Pity. Anything wey La Republic do for you, we go fight for you. So continue to do your work. Dey silent, dey underground. Make sure say they no trace you. Make sure say you no comot. Dey in a position of weakness where they fit find you because na their tactics that. I watch and I want to talk again say because you do a great job. La Republic dey panic. They don't teach them a lot of. I don't dey watch their comments. I hear all the things they talk. They fear you. They fear you. So, but make the fear where they fear you. No make am you feel to be invincible. You be human being like me and you. So just use their tactics and fine. Make sure say you train yourself for way anything way come your way you feel handle am. And we pray for every single Ambazonia force wey dey for ground zero, and we call on all Ambazonia and say make we support them for get all the necessary protection wey they get am, so that even we know say na war anything fit happen, but if it wan happen make the other side find it difficult to get through to our soldiers. So I hear some guy put some audio for a Facebook page, some La Republic citizen wey some so-called Tupac wey they say he don die. I don't know whether Tupac don rise from the dead, come back. Some soldier for La Republic, they don kill am. He say the Tupac, he tell General No Pity say make General No Pity come up for bush, come me and he fight that war face to face. Why you no come inside armored car me and No Pity meet up? Why they carry armored car they work and he come inside Ambazonia? Nonsense. Now so they want use this. The guy be don die. Tupac be don die. They don't kill him for Ambazonia since. So they want use these tactics for you for lower you out of where you dey, so that they will fit pick you up. No, make we no listen to that. Make sure say we warn our soldiers that when any kind of thing they come for disturb them. And I want to talk again about our IEDs. Fellow Ambazonians, anywhere we dey around the world, any work we work, try for do extra work, raise money, make we buy more of these IEDs for this boy for ground zero. E don show say that the winning formula. Make we buy those IEDs. E don show say na one of the winning formulas. Our boys them, they need to kill them as much as before. Reason, all we know. They dey far, they don't set their trap. You dey like animal, you dey catch animal for bush. You want catch lion, you no go stand for play lion or pass day. You are begin fight. No, lion will chop you. Our boys, they put their trap, go sit down far away. So they even take camera, the video, the thing, they make comments. I always like those their comments, you know. But the truth now say the rate at which our fighters they don't die don't reduce drastically, except the fighters the way now infighting between Sako and Ayabai boys. And now one thing that we need for address for this revolution, we need for address them very seriously. I never called their name for this show, but because of all this that happen, we know that these two people them they cause this problem for these our boys. They will kill ourselves now more. These two camps they kill themselves more than even the Republic soldiers they kill our boys. So we need to really address this issue. Make we come out from our high horses. We talk together like brothers and sisters. Make sure say we stop this killing amongst us. I never call these two warring faction for this revolution, but it don't come for time we need to call this thing to hold, they take the bulls by the horn and tell them say it be wrong for the reduce our fighters on the ground when we don't get as much as we would like them. So if I say make Comrade Ayaba and Comrade Sako make they put their differences aside, talk as man picking them, you know, solve their problem, they amicably, so that because no matter how brothers they fight, they don't give to kill each other. I don't see how in your right sense of mind you send a command. See me then go for another Amber restoration force their camp, who kill them. I don't know how in your right sense of mind, I don't even comprehend them. So if you be a supporter of Sako or a supporter of Ayabacho, I want beg una say no be time this we need to talk about support of who or where. We need to talk about right and wrong. We need to talk about right and wrong. It is wrong to kill each other. It is right to talk to each other. I mean, when this revolution be start, I remember when they fight for one side of the town, another force they come over other side, where they not be even part of the other force, they can't give back up, fight away like Republic time they see they use them guns. I mean, they support each other. they still a republic. When they know say the other camp, they under heavy fire. Another camp, they come up for the other side. Can't support them. And when they use that 10 guns at the time. So it surprised me say how now we will only be sophisticated. We will point our weapons to the enemy. We will point them to each other. So I want beg any of una that support Sako, una support Ayabacho, make una try to talk to them rather than come for social media begin to cut each other, begin to talk how any man they talk, any man they talk. Una listen to each other rather than talking at each other. So I want beg una who stop that fight. Our boys they don't dey for level now where they will concentrate on the enemy. Una stop the fight, supply them with more of the IEDs, supply me ADF get a lot, make Sako people they get a lot, make the other group they get a lot of those things. The win of any of these soldiers are our win. I mean, I know if I just and I Red Dragons that for Libya them where they put down that hillocks. And they celebrate. I don't even know the people they do them. But now Ambazonians, tomorrow for Ngokitunja they go do them. The other day they go do them for Boya. Another day 1 year say they don't do them for Banso. And it's not happy. I don't even know the people they do them. But now Ambazonians. So make we stop this infighting. And then one thing where at the sea we try to do for this people and say we talk to we own some restoration force. No person is supposed to own a restoration force. Owning how? Owning how? All we need for the do now to make sure say if we see say this group they be organized, they are doing a good job, support them. Support them. Give them the resources. Even if you support, if you dey inside AGOFC and you see and say some group on the other side where they do good work and they lack resources, you get money when you support AGOFC, take small one to give them. Because when they do work for that side, all will win. Eh? That's what it's supposed to do. And then if you support Nasako, if you see and say some AGOFC soldier, they way, ADF soldier, they do well. They need resources, you get money, support them. When they do work, they kill and the police soldier them, we win. So I don't see why when they eliminate one like the police soldier, we don't get for happy because no be one soldier killer. Any soldier will die for the Republic, now one soldier less. For Hamburg, any other soldier for Ambazonia. So I want beg, make we stop this thing where it will fight themselves. We will stop them. Any win for Ambazonia, a win for we all. It doesn't matter who does it. And here's some man claims that we own this soldier, now we get this one. I hear some person make comment today say, now we get General No Pity. You get General No Pity how? Now firewood on a chair where you carry put up your house. A human being. Now Ambazonia soldier. You know if you claim ownership of a soldier, just give him the resources and stay quiet. You don't need to pay allegiance to you for him to give you resources. As long as you know say they do good work, give. The soldier they do good work, give money. Give the weapons, give him what you need. Me do the good work. Don't talk say because you give, not because you give small $1,000, you start telling say, listen to me, no listen to the other man. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Because no pity don't come outside do work, all man don't want claim me. Like say na some furniture of some people they go pick them. Anymore then jack and put them in your house. No. If you know say General No Pity they do good work, just give him support. Sometimes you need them anonymously. Me no say come out from you. You know must no person will give you money. But as long as he get the resources to fight more and more, than say small time, you go start turning now. When you don't start giving money, they start claiming any year from you. Tomorrow you go take it on for another Ambazonia soldier, say, shoot that one. That's why it happen. So make we not do and so. Make we continue to support any other, as long as they be organized. If na one day they thief, they kidnap, we treat them badly, we tell them they stop. But if you see people that they do good work, they be organized, they get a structure, they do good work, support them. One like police soldier down, one less like police soldier for worry we. Yes. And more cry for their sides, and they go the more their people will call for their president for stop this war. So I want beg this thing. I talk this thing about because I don't listen to this fighting. It ache my heart. Anytime we Ambazonia 10 guns to another Ambazonia kill him. It hurt my heart past any other thing. You know, so it hot pass even when like public soldier kill our soldier because nothing have war. But when your own brother can kill you, that one bad. So I want beg una make we stop him. After I be digress more, but I be talk about IEDs. Make we try to make sure say we get them. And then one thing where this IED is doing, I say, when the IED, because we don't want to minimize killing of our boys as much as possible. For that video we will see them, they blow the first motor, the second motor still there. For other video, the way the soldier they come go stand corner that motor where they blow them. Imagine say they be get big rubber gun. As they can't get that motor, so they send them, boom. He take them out. Now more gains. So as we buy the IEDs, we invest for big rubber gun as well, because that one a game changer. Once they don't blow motor, the other one they come now begin gather for them for look what happen. Now just send some big rubber gun, he wipe them all. I'm telling you, this thing will end now. Imagine say all these boys the way they get IEDs, they get big rubber gun, they all get them with their hand. When they blow one of that motor, all the other one they can't stop for see me they help their friend the way they don't injure them. You send one rubber gun from the it blow off the rest of the soldiers. No one ML police soldier no like to come for Ambazonia. And even now self way in the IEDs only, they send them in they come, so one they deny, they run. We get intel of our police soldier they run the country. They are escaping. I mean, if like yourself, you be enter army now for gain salary. You don't need it for 10 years or 5 years. You know say work will come off from side, they send you the tomorrow they take you, they keep pushing me go for Ambazonia. Where you collect a salary, you don't marry a woman, get a pikin, you go and turn, you look at pikin, you see and say you feel go so no come back. How you no go run country? You go run. When all the IEDs, imagine say the one who cause on day we some big rubber gun take out three of those motor the one time. Ha! Which like police soldier go like for come for Ambazonia where you know say rocket launcher go naki. So I beg una, make we support, we give money, make we no mind who side the money they go, the group where the money they go to. But as long as the group will give we results on the ground, make we do them. Because time when the project of the IED will come out, some people will know say it go happen. But as it starts happen, the show say it produce results. We know so we're going to take the game to another level. It never ate me when they don't blow one of that motor. They are see about 10, 15 like the police they can't gather for that place. They look that motor, they don't blow them. It just did the same. I just manufacture some rocket launcher for space. Maybe you can blow the rest of those people down there. Imagine say we get that thing for down true. How it will be. So I want beg say this big rubber gun project a good project. As with that IED they work, that rubber gun will just be a game changer as well. It will make them land for big. They know like will come for can fight for Ambazonia, because any man needs to the fear life. No mind that way someone they come for social media they can show a video say they don't move IED for ground, they talk how they go fight. The fear of Ambazonia is the beginning of wisdom. That's why you don't need. And why that way we need to put that fear. And the only way to put that fear that we should say we feel bomb that motor them take rocket launcher, hit them there. So make we support big rubber gun so that it could complement the IEDs on the ground. Alright. We don't talk over for this revolution to take forget say our brothers and they for jail. They did so far. I see some video for one of our brothers we in the jail. Man they inside jail but they chainy like animal. They chainy for foot. You know if you even move. That means say if you even go to toilet self. You know, if you even ease yourself, because inside you get that jail with chains, it doesn't make sense. How you person go to that jail, they put chain. If that video they ready, I would like make the technical team play so that we will be comments for the thereafter.
Idiot! Nonsense! Rubbish! Nonsense!
No, that one will be video technical director. I mean the video of the guy we did for jail. I beg or while they get ready with that video. I just want to talk say we need to really document all our brothers the way they did for jail. I sure see some NGO the way they don't document Ambazonia NGO them and they support, but we need for the show their plight to the international community and to human rights organizations the way they feel help, because the situation the way some of the days are be deplorable. You know, sometimes people see video like the other time they see President Ayuta be the chop Gary, people they talk. Gary, come on Gary. Alright, the video don't be ready to listen.
International community to see that I'm dying in pain. When you look at my feet, you see a very serious chain on the lock. Fais descendre bien, fais descendre ça bien. You see the kind of serious lock that is on my feet. And I cannot even succeed to move. I cannot even move. I can change my trouser. Look at how big the lock is. Look at how big the lock can be. Look at how big the lock is. I cannot even move. I can't do anything. Look at my leg. I'm being treated by the administration of the prison just because I have to help another detainee. Just because I have to help another detainee. And I'm being thrown in the confinement where I'm all alone, in pain. In pain. It's not happening for the first time. It's not happening for the first time. I'm in total pain. If you look at where I am right now, my feet are with serious locks, very, very big lock. Lock that should be locked, the one that can use lock in a magazine. My two legs are in one place. I can't even survive to stand. I can't move on my own. I'm in pain. I'm in total agony. Please, nobody should take this side quite silently. Please, you should take it very seriously. I'm dying. I'm dying. It's the 4th day. Today is the 2nd day of August. It's making the 4th day. This chain is on my feet, and I'm in pain. My legs are swelling. Blood is not circulating in my feet. Blood cannot circulate. Blood is not circulating in my feet. I've been put in a solitary confinement and alone. I'm in hell. I'm in pain. Please, somebody should help. I'm not finding it easy here.
All right. It will be unfortunate. Say, sorry guys. It will be unfortunate. Say, we get this kind of video will come out from prison for La Republique. Well, I think that one of Ambazonia way, then I'll see La Republique control them, and they go lock up somebody like that with chains every foot for prison. I just highlight this video now so that maybe we see say our people they suffer. They suffer, and the only way for liberate these people from jail now for make sure say we continue with firepower for ground zero, because it don't show say no matter which kind. I don't talk about human rights here and all those kind. That one I by the way. We'll try that one, no doubt. The hope is something will happen, but the best, the sure route, the sure way we fit do for make sure say after this war we liberate our people. No, say after, when we want to go for that negotiation table, now one of the conditions say all our people will come out of jail, and the only way we get to that negotiation table now for make sure say we beat the Republic for Ambazonia. And they still give the example for Tigray, where they fight with Ethiopia. They fight. Those people fight. They get firepower. They march thousands and thousands of soldiers on the streets. Citizens of Tigray, they walk and they clap, they shout, they stand for road, they watch the thousands of Ethiopian soldiers. They march, they pass in surrender. That's what I want make we do. And the only way we will do this thing is to beat the Republic, and we will beat them. We will beat them. You see, I don't know if we don't get confidence for this war or why we struggle for make sure say we support the self-defense unit the way they show say they fit do work on ground zero. We support the projects the way they bring results. You know, if we not do and so because now the only way. Look at southern zone and northern zone. The easier look at northern zone. The northern zone be easy for take and control them. It be easy. Southern zone be more complicated somehow because the Republic they know how they don't plan themselves around southern zone too much. But northern zone be easy because once you take no up station, go drive them or matter them. There is no way that Republic will do anything for northern zone anymore. Once you don't take up station, once you don't take governor and that social level up station, they just send them away. You don't really take the whole of northern zone because from that side go reach from one for up day there's nothing. No soldier no dey defeat. Once you don't capture Bamenda and up station, the other soldier will just surrender because they don't get anything to do. And this one will only happen if we get strategy and firepower, when we get the right resources. And we see our brothers already for jail. We no fit do anything. The only thing we fit do right now is we begin take video like this one, send out for human rights organizations, begin the hope say they fit talk to the pride will be out there, because sometimes you use the human rights aspect of a war to project the war into the international community so that more people will talk about them. Make we no ever undermine that aspect of this war. Make we show the human rights violations the way La Republic cause for our sides, so that other people the way no be Ambazonians, they go pick up the story and they go, push them out there. So videos like this, we tweet them, we send them to our friends when are non-Ambazonians, when are in the international community, mean they show them to their senators, show them to their parliamentarians, send them to human rights organizations. That one way to make sure they treat our brothers and fine. The other and only way that to make sure we fight this fight, be these people send them out of our territory, release our brothers from prison. Because if you not do and so these people will rot for jail, they will die they don't really die. We don't see some of the ones that don't die for Kundenge, we don't bury some of them plenty. Some of them don't die, we don't even know. In fact, they will get people for jail where we don't know them because they don't be out there during the time where the struggle with their face no be there outside there. They be able to protest, they carry, they go lock and since that time until now. So we need for fight these people, my brothers and sisters, that the only way it just show say we fit that we can. This just the way our soldiers on the ground, they don't do and now it shows say it don't give you a lot of hope. A lot of hope. It means say maybe we not relent this hope, maybe we fight, we get second, third, fourth jobs for make sure say this revolution be on par. Maybe they on equal footing with the police soldier them. In fact, right now they on the upper hand because the narrative don't change on their side. And because of the way we fight. So brothers and sisters, the time is for tightening our belts, find a way we will get more jobs, make more money, support the projects the way they yield fruits. Not any project with this revolution yield fruits. I will tell you right now. I don't see people online, they don't do a lot of fundraising. But we need to see any progress for which the fundraising they do. For so long, you hear fundraising upon fundraising upon fundraising upon fundraising. And now we don't even realize no matter how many AKs you get, you know if you do as much as you do if you get sophisticated equipment like the IEDs. And if we supply them with the money, the materials will be readily available. The materials will be readily available when we buy them. Because they buy a different things, concoct them together, make those IEDs. So make we support any group will be responsible, will be organized, irrespective of who be as the head or who the claim will be the head of that group. That way, we go fight as a team, and we go beat the Republic out of Ambazonia. We'll be capable of doing that. To be honest, I don't see them. We'll be capable, and we will see this freedom for our lifetime. Make we not allow our children and our great grandchildren to fight this fight. Now this generation will finish this fight. We'll start and we'll finish them. We don't allow. I don't allow my son, where is he, 12 years old, for can grow up, begin fight the Republic. I mean, by the time he want grow up, he's supposed to begin the dream for be president for Ambazonia. I mean, we're going to create that kind environment for our country. Not for country where you do for country, you don't even dream for be teacher. Anyway, I only dream for be teacher because you go ENS, go bribe. You don't even dream for be anything for government like that are due them and governor, unless you know somebody, we know somebody. But if you go for country like, I mean, I always quote America, they don't grow over. If you call a country like America, dream say one day you'll day for White House and you walk your way through and you go there. Like the kind country that one be them. And because of the wealth of knowledge of Ambazonians, where they don't travel around the world, the wealth of knowledge where Ambazonians within the country don't gain them during this time and during that time for social media where it also educate we come together as a people, create a nation where it would teach other African countries them. In fact, we don't do it before. We don't change government. We be the first democracy for Africa. We don't change government peacefully. When only by just a very minute difference for votes. Even the one way Trump and Biden begin fight of America, so they want to destroy the capital. So we'll be capable. If we don't do it before, we see do it now. Even though we don't be polarized by the La Republic mentality, but we will reboot and fix ourselves and make a nation where it will be an envy. I remember one of a debate we have with La Republic TV sometime. One of the panelists he talks say even with federation, Ambazonia go better pass La Republic. Yes, he say even if we get federation with Ambazonia, they go be better off because he knows how the socio-cultural system we will grow inside and how we build structures, respect them. They know. Now why that we even the federation, they don't fit gam. They don't fit gam. Because they don't say they go see the difference between the two countries. They go say this one the progress party, this other one. Because the people they know what they do, they give they take the citizens at heart, the leaders where they deserve. So we need for fight take these people out. They didn't say and say even with federation we go better pass them. How more of if we are completely independent and we take our decisions, our resources, and our decisions, and we take them. Imagine that. I think when we sit down, we will begin picture the kind of country we want to live inside. It will give me that impetus to fight more. It will give you the impetus to continue to support these boys and more. As I want to end this show, I want to talk and say every restoration force for Ground Zero where they do good work. Now all we are restoration force. Man, normally they claim say, now me get this one, now me get this one, now me get this one. Now that thing they spoil the restoration force on the ground. Now they make and tomorrow you tell say because I give you small $1,000. Take their gun, go shoot the other person for the other side. Why some of we define that for gain territory, for example, Ground Zero, for control territory, instead of beat La Republic out of Ambazonia. Make we know the one control territory for do waiting. Somebody pay tax for some person. Or now the people they kidnap for Ground Zero, they control territory so that the control will kidnap people, they take money. I don't understand waiting. The zeal for control territory now. If you want control territory, I mean I say you control territory as Ambazonia restoration force away, we don't take them away from the administrative powers for La Republic. Yes, that is acceptable. But don't be say you want control territory, don't drive some other armed forces them out of the place. No, you don't need to chase them out because all man will get each other back. Yes, that's what it's supposed to do. So make we fight for control territory, then they kill each other. If you want control territory, I mean I say we together don't beat out the administrative powers for La Republic for the area where they will control that territory as restoration forces. Make no man who can claim say some person na person, some restoration force na his own. It doesn't work that way. If we continue with that mentality, we no go anywhere. We support any restoration force. That's why I want to end this show today. We talk say make we support any restoration force where they do good work for Ground Zero. Our refugees from Nigeria, our IDPs, the way they within La Republic, they still need our help. And we get a lot of NGOs there with this revolution where they do a lot of great work. Maybe not only beg as much as our self-defense units give will be strengthened, as much as give will be strengthened and equipped for fight. The more they be equipped for fight, the more strengthened they be, the more IDPs will create them. The more refugees they will create them. Hence, we must abandon the humanitarian aspect for this revolution by any means. We must make sure say as we don't commit this $100 one jam for this revolution, as we give 70% for the regional force, maybe we try to give 30% for our humanitarian, so that we can help our refugees. I mean, they know say we be a caring people. Maybe we start to build a nation as a caring nation. We want to get them. Maybe we start to build that now. Because the moment we start, care for each other and the way we will live together as a people, we'll be a very diverse people. We'll be a very diverse people. There's a lot of diversity for Ambazonia. I mean, how many villages are there for Ambazonia? Too many. But in that diversity, we need it will be our strength. And the only way we that strength, the way we will care for each Ambazonia for this time for this war. As we send chop for them, they send them clothes, they make they be self-reliant. I know some human some NGO the way they support them with machine, sewing machine, they give them things the way they will use them for better themselves, so that they don't rely on giveaways or takeaways all the time. So I beg, once we support our self-defense, we also make sure so we don't forget our refugees and the IDPs, and most importantly, we don't forget our prisoners. Now we'll get 5 sectors of this revolution. The people they don't die, they don't pay the ultimate price. That one them, they don't lose their lives, they don't pay the ultimate price. The one they jail, they don't come second for the price they don't pay for this revolution. The refugees, they come third for the sacrifice for this revolution. The IDPs, they come fourth for this sacrifice that they make for this revolution. And then the one they will exile we, or the exile will come for the day end. And we they last for the sacrifice. And because we dey last for this sacrifice, we go make sure say, and because we dey last, why we dey last na because we dey for more better position past all these other people. Therefore, we need to make sure say, for sacrifice as these other people, we need to put in our resources, financial resources. That's so I dey look am for this revolution. So any person wey dey on exile, their work na to put money. Stop to talk too much, just put na money. As I talk, find the groups the way they do good work, humanitarian group, self-defense group, flood them with money, make this revolution may come to an end. It will be shorter for we. So I want to end for talk say all these groups the way they do this revolution, whether it be the IG or consortium or you be the egg of C and all whatnot. Una media personnel, people that they represent una for the media. It is very, very important. Very, very important. Because you know I'm from person where some organization or media house will call you, ask you question, it will sell you. You know. I listened to my brother Capo Daniel for one of for France 24 or France, one of these French channels. They talk about the collaboration between IBOP and Egg of C. The statement we make am they really shock me. Say because I know I won't repeat am here because I will promote that the team. If you listen to that statement, it be very shocking because he said it be more negative on our side than positive. They even ask La République soldier for their own side for give comment. They deny for give comment. That's how you fight the war. You keep your secret to yourself. You can't just expose everything out there. So I want to beg my brother Capone and say, no be anything you talk about media. For sure say we man if you talk. So I want to beg if you want choose media liaison officer for any of una or this group there for this revolution. I beg. Una choose me and them so as I talk no my talk for so if some media call me say they want to talk for some person, I know if you go stand me with this at the talk because I'm going to make a mistake. I go call maybe Professor Anyangwe or I call VP or I call Milton. I call person where if he talk better pass me, I tell you say this person will talk for we. Because I no claim say I know for can be if you want to talk for my own, I mean maybe Capo be talk so if he talk for his own and say he talk fine, but sometimes the big will be diplomatic the way you talk because the talk this way you catch today for this international community. So I want beg when any group want choose person you go talk for them. Choose person way when one talk they choose what's nice for fine. So I mean implicate himself and implicate fellow Ambazonians because I talk so we implicate refugees of Nigeria too much. You know if you talk say you don't give me passage, road passage for begin carry it in a pass. You know, I mean all those kind of talk they not correct. So I beg when I come up for this group, make una choose una media liaison personnel fine. Make you want talk way make sense. So one day way they ask you to say no comments because you don't want reveal our secrets. Now war, you keep your cards close to your chest. You don't expose it to the enemy. So I want beg, make all man advise una media people. Make una just open as I talk. If some media house come in now, I no go talk. I feel only talk with what I know. It says they already tell me before time. Wait till they ask me. I know say that I be comfortable to talk about. But if it be some kind of two way go over Ben, I think call Professor Anyangwe because anyhow we ask Professor Anyangwe question, you know how we go answer and correct. So I beg una, make we try for the talk. If they call you for media, find person wey fit talk pass you. No be shame. No be all we get the same skills. And no be all we get the same knowledge for this revolution. Some people they know pass some people. So thank you very much for watching the show. I'm glad as una don watch this show today. Make una continue for promote peace amongst Ambazonians. Una promote love because na the kind country that will build and for love each other because where there is love there is peace. I will come again next week, same time for another edition of Amba Perspective. Make una stay blessed. Make our soldiers stay blessed. Make Ambazonia stay blessed and short live this revolution. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next week.
Bye.